Welcome to Synagogues of Hungary Part 1. As most of us are aware, Budapest is the capital city of Hungary. It has more than 1,700,000 residents. The Danube River separates Buda from Pest, sort of like a twin city. There are about a couple dozen Jewish houses of worship in the area. Some of them you wouldn't be able to tell that Jewish services were conducted there. For example, this building on Alma Street. It's possible that it is either a hospital or a retirement home for senior citizens. In a moment, we're going to show you a close-up of a plaque on a building around the corner on Vossmeyer Street. It indicates the couple who donated the facility, Magdus and Erwin Herling. Erwin Herling was a Holocaust survivor who indicated how he was able to survive Auschwitz and relatively sympathetic SS officers. But there's another side to his story that we found of interest. Mr. Herling passed away in 1998. Supposedly later in life he had remarried after his first wife passed away to a former Miss Israel beauty. Allegedly he had changed his will prior to his death, in which he left the remaining portion of his estate to his new wife instead of $21 million promised to a charitable organization. They were now suing for breach of contract, despite having received previously a couple $1,000,000. There is supposedly another congregation held in this building on Amerikai Street. And here's one on Batari Street. Again, nothing that exposes its Jewish content, but other listings definitely indicating it as a synagogue. And here we can finally show you something that looks like a synagogue building, and it's on Berchevici Street. It's called the Budapest Synagogue. It was built in 1885, has somewhat of a Byzantine look to it, and it's still in use today. Coming up is a look from a slightly different angle. Note the two Jewish stars on each side at the top. Right next to it is another building. We're looking at the Ten Commandments at the top of this one. That is a memorial for the Jews who suffered during resistance. This can refer to both the Nazi period and later on under communistic rule. The smaller structure is the memorial site. Congregation Beit Orim is located here. It is a Reform practice synagogue. Shabbat services are held both Friday evenings and Saturday mornings. Raj Frank is rabbi. Here's another synagogue whose front facade definitely indicates that it is a Jewish house of worship. If one were to scrutinize the sign on the side of the building, they would see the words status quo. This indicates that this Orthodox congregation is neutral to the schism that occurred between Hungarian Jews in the mid-1860s that pitted the hardline traditional Orthodox party against the modernist neolog rivals. Our final stop on this tour takes us to the synagogue in Bethlehem Ter on Istvan Street. Terror is the same thing as saying square, so it would be considered Bethlehem Square. The building was constructed in the mid-1870s. Only a portion of it is set aside for the synagogue. We believe the rest of the building is used for medical purposes. The synagogue came to life again in 1985. It has services on a daily basis. Its current rabbi is Peter Deutsch. And is also a status quo or neutral regarding the traditionalist Orthodox versus neolog debate. And so we end episode 1 taking a look at Budapest Hungary synagogues. More to come, so see you real soon.